Slum 1200 GGI Mob, and I'm back. Slum 1200 GGI Mob, and I'm back. Slum 1200 GGI Mob, and I'm back. Back.
Sleeping on your beat, that shit there could be bad for you. Nigga catch you slipping, that shit could get mad up. Creatures on the creep lurking, call it the last up. 100 on the Mac 9, call that bitch Mac Muffin.
Slum 1200 GGI Mob shit, and I'm back. So we gonna be going to Miami with it. We gonna be talking about Big Ike Hicks. So Ike would be a notorious drug dealer in Miami.
I'm not afraid, because I haven't done anything wrong.
When Issac Hicks was last arrested, law enforcement authorities believe they only put a dent into what they're calling his far-reaching drug empire. With today's arrests of 4 others, including Steve and Andrew Smith, Alfred Mackey, and Hicks's wife, Janet, DEA agents now believe they've dismantled the Hicks drug kingdom.
This 18-month investigation revealed that narcotics transactions took place in 18 residences and buildings, including Hicks's home, which is known as the Palace, as well as his business.
Authorities say Hicks used this construction company he owns in northwest Dade to launder drug money and to build drug supermarkets where he processed and distributed cocaine and crack. It was a lucrative business, they say, earning Hicks $2 million in a few months' time. DEA agents are confiscating almost $3 million worth of his assets, including other houses and luxury cars.
We think it really will have an impact on the cocaine that is distributed at the street level, whether it be crack, grams, or ounces.
When Hicks was last arrested, he complained of police harassment and said, "If I was guilty of dealing drugs, why don't they catch me?" With today's arrests of what authorities are calling the remainder of his drug-selling network, they believe they have.
But it's a federal case that we feel is going to put him out of business. We would allege that Hicks probably is the major supplier of narcotics to the black community in Dade County.
Agents are still looking for 4 others, among them Joel Scott, a former City of Miami police officer. In Miami, Katrina Daniel, News 4.
School children. Miami SWAT teams spent the day converging on Liberty City's drug houses and shutting them down. At this location off Northwest 61st Street and 14th Avenue, police found an apartment all set up for drug dealing, complete with a sign advertising $25 for boy and girl, $25 for heroin and cocaine.
The guy that was inside that sells the dope was busy shuffling the dope down the sewer system. There's a pipe that's already out and exposed for this type of thing. If the police come in and raid it, they can put it down there. The reason he stopped was he got jammed up.
Too much dope in the pipe?
Yeah, too much dope in the pipe.
Miami police investigators aren't really sure how much money these drug houses made a day, but the pile of cash on this floor proves that the business was successful, and it's believed they sold several $1,000s worth of narcotics daily. A total of 15 people have been arrested so far as the Miami Police Department cracks down on its inner-city drug houses.
Hopefully this will either do one or two things: move them out of the city or push them further back into the holes so that at least they won't be as openly blatant as they are now.
So far, undercover detectives have found marijuana, cocaine, and heroin being sold openly at the drug houses. It's a thriving business that police say is now a priority for them to shut down. From Liberty City, Al Sunshine, News 4.
Issac Hicks' guard dog and his wife Janet, herself just recently released on $100,000 bond, had to greet U.S. Marshals first thing this morning. Using videotape cameras to inventory, it was Hicks' $168,000 heavily guarded home, nicknamed the Palace, that was confiscated first.
There does not have to be a conviction. Mr. Hicks will be going to trial shortly.
Can it be used for bail?
No, he's not permitted to use any of his properties as collateral for bond.
So far, no bond has been set for Hicks, whose empire is expansive. 32 properties valued at nearly $3 million will eventually be confiscated, including 3 duplexes, 5 vacant lots, 4 apartment buildings, 2 vacant office buildings, 1 building under construction, 8 unoccupied homes, and 9 occupied homes.
No, they don't have to leave this property. They'll be allowed to stay, but the property is under the custody and control of the United States government.
The seizure of this property is significant because it brings with it another charge of selling drugs within the vicinity of a school, Central High School right down there, that could earn Mr. Hicks another 20 years in prison. Hicks already faces life in prison and $500,000 in fines if convicted of running a drug enterprise. Now all of his rent money will go to the feds. Even if he's found innocent, Issac Hicks will have to go to court and spend even more money to retrieve all of the property that will be seized by U.S. Marshals. Ed Odell, News 4.
He will have a connection to Griselda Blanco himself, so it says he had Miami in a chokehold with his connections to Griselda Blanco, only to get caught because his housemaid was giving information to the DEA. When the feds came knocking, they found $500,000 in jewelry and $750,000 in another room. Issac Big Ike Hicks was one of the biggest kingpins in the history of Miami. Not only was he in control of the Miami area, Ike had Florida in the palm of his hand. Big Ike's cocaine empire brought in millions of dollars worth money, which he then used to start a construction company. This construction company built homes in Dade County. Ike was known for his generosity and diplomacy amongst those he dealt with, growing his reputation as a man to be respected. At the time of Ike's arrest in 1987, authorities had found over $500,000 in jewelry, approximately $750,000 in cash, and 23 pounds of cocaine. Ike never snitched on his counterparts, and the DEA only caught up with him because of his housemaid, who ended up cooperating. So I think Big Ike was going to die in prison, in the feds, in federal custody, from HIV or AIDS, one of the two. But long live Ike, man. Long live Big Ike Hicks. Y'all get in that comment section, hit that like button, make sure the notifications turned on. Hit that subscribe button, man. Shout out to Florida. Slum 1200 GGI mob shit.
Get rich, I'ma die trying to make it to the top. Shit, and anybody in the way, I'm putting them in a box. Yeah, it's gotta get it, I'ma stack it till it rocks. Yeah, it's gotta get it, I'ma stack it till I drop. Shit, I with him still, it called the winter selling rocks. Now I pull up on a nigga with the 30, let it pop. Hit him with the bitch until the motherfucker stop. Then it's right back on the block, screaming death to all my ops.